All along, we all thought that the main conflict, the main cause of a problem, started because Wike felt that Fubara wants to erase all of the structures that he has in River State. But according to Anabs, Sarah Igbe, is letting us know that structure is never the problem. In fact, we also heard from a reliable source in River State, who also said that, of course, Wike have, expressed the fact that structure is never permanent. So why will he now all of a sudden be insisting that he wants to still have that structure in River State? Anyway, Anab Sarah Igbe is saying that structure is never the problem. It is about the IGR, the finance of the state is really the problem. You guys also, I don't know if you remember that video, on one of those times that Wike was commissioning projects in River State, where he invited ex-governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, and Fayose was telling Fubara that, hey, I know Wike, it's better you be careful. Don't go and be looking at things that you don't need to look at. So according to Anabs, he's saying that Fubara started inquiring, he started, seeking advice on the IGR, because the IGR of the state suddenly decreased, and he wanted to know how did that happen? Like, what brought about the decrease in the IGR of the state all of a sudden in just 3 months of Wike leaving office? We'll get into the details of all of that in a bit, but before we do so, if this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe, like this video, give this video a massive thumbs up, turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Leave your opinions in the comment section as well. I respond to all of my comments. Before Wike left office, the state had an IGR of over 10 billion naira. When he left, it came down to 6 billion naira, Anabs Sarah Igbe says. Following the feud between Wike and Governor Fubara and the River State crisis, Anabs Sarah Igbe, the national coordinator of a South-South Leadership Forum, stated in an interview with Channels Television that the feud between Wike and Fubara is not about political structures for upcoming elections, as Wike claims, but rather about financial matters. He revealed that when Wike was governor, the state's internally generated revenue, IGR, was over 10 billion naira, but after he left office, it declined to 6 billion naira. Anab Sarah Igbe narrated how the governor, who had previously served as the state accountant general, sought answers to the abrupt decrease in revenue. Anab Sarah Igbe suggested that the governor's proactive approach to seeking advice to rectify the revenue decline resulted in tensions within the government. According to him, Wike has come to tell the world that he's fighting Siminalayi Fubara because Fubara wants to take his structure. And what is the structure 6 months into the election? And after the election, what has structure got to do? We are not close to an election, so what has structure got to do? But I'll tell you the type of structure he's talking about. Now, before Wike left government, the state, that is River State, was getting an IGR of over 10 billion naira. When he left, the IGR came down to 6 billion naira, and the governor, who was accountant general when he was there, came to ask questions. Why is it coming down? And in the process, he engaged somebody who has passed through that process to please look at the books for me. Why is my IGR, my revenue, coming down, so that I can advise? when the Commissioner of Finance got to Wike, and Wike got, pardon me, then the Commissioner of Finance got to Wike, and Wike got angry. Bam! We now know the real truth. We now know the real secret. We now know the true reason why Wike is angry. I've been wondering, like, structure. It's not even yet election time. So what are you talking about? What do you want to use structure for right now? If in fact Wike handed, the names of people to appoint as commissioners to Fubara, then he has no problem. He has nothing to worry about structure. Even the said structure that he was fighting for, he has handed it over to APC. So what are we talking about here? Which means that it is actually the finance. There are actually some things that we do not know about. According to this man, it's the finances of the state. And I remember that video that went viral of where Fayoshe was warning Fubara that, hey, don't go and be choking eye where you don't need to choke eye. And which is the main reason, the cocoa, while these governors will be going out of government, they are leaving the seat, they are leaving the government house, and they want to put somebody that they trust. It's because they know the kind of atrocities that they have performed when in government. So they need somebody that they can trust, somebody who is going to hide all of those secrets, someone who is not going to expose them. So I'm not surprised, which is also why Fubara said, all of you moles who are in my government, all of you going to report to Wike about one story or the other. If you know you are not loyal to me, just tender your resignation letter, unless you are going to be sacked. Which is why he had to come out to do that, because he himself knows that this fight that we are fighting, it is not even about structure. It is not about structure. But now, he has to, he will look for one thing to pin it down on. At least people will ask, why are you angry, sir? Like, why all this problem? It says structure. The structure is not yet it's not yet election time. Fubara is just how many months? Maybe 3 or 6 months into his government. So structure at this stage, it's just too early to talk about structure. Even if you feel that Fubara is taking away your structure, he could have waited for him at the election period, where he knows that by then he has the power. He can tell people not to vote for Fubara for a second time, just like Tinubu did in Lagos State with somebody. You all, what is your thought? What do you think about all of this? Do you think that structure is really the problem? Structure is really the reason why Fubara and Wike are having this conflict? Or it is actually the financial secrets that Wike has in Rivers State that he does not want to be exposed? That is why he's having this conflict, but it's just hiding under structure. What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.